What's up, everybody?
Yo, what up?
Woo!
Iago,
Come on, Chelsea.
Iago
Come on.
Alcantara.
No, I told you right, Faris,
What a
not to sing that song. I told you
Come
not
on,
to sing that
Timo.
song. Come on,
Weekend.
Timo Werner. Another guy was come on,
Come on,
replica.
Timo.
Come on, Thiago. Eric, you got any song to actually right now to just accompany you? No?
Super freak, super freak. Come on.
Super fresh.
Eric, if
Come
Chelsea,
on.
if Chelsea's gonna win, they need more
This
energy
one
than
of our
Eric.
own.
I thought they were gonna sing something about oil or Russians or something.
Come on,
Oh,
Jacob.
here we
Let's
go.
go.
Here we
I
go.
haven't
Yeah,
introduced
we
you,
go.
man. I haven't introduced you. Come on, man. All right. For those of you guys who are watching us live now, right now, thank you so much. This is obviously looking by the visual. Look at the background, man. We are at the home of the Blues, Stamford Bridge it is. And also right now we've got 4 special guests with us. We've got, there you go, Mr. Twist guy. We'll start off with Hider first. Hider, how you doing? You good?
Yeah, very good. Very good, man. 2 thumbs up, man.
2 thumbs up. Wow. No, 2 thumbs up brings me back memories. Because in the last
Huh?
GE, right, there was a guy who says that if the result is good, thumbs up,
Thumbs up,
man.
man.
And when you lose, thumbs up.
Oh,
But honestly, okay, I think it's a universal prayer from the Blues camp. Hopefully, it will not be a thumbs down performance either. So right now, you are making your debut for today. What a nice setup! It looks like you are
Yeah,
in
very
Stamford
nice.
Bridge yourself. Wow, what a museum!
It's all the backgrounds, the Champions League. This has been covered by replicas, leaks, and all these scarves. With my time, my tips, and everything. Yeah, all here. All
Wait.
good to go. I'm still, yeah.
Wait, just a question for you, though. Here,
Yes.
right? You
Yeah, sure.
actually bring that jersey to sleep, and then when you wake up, you put it on again. Is that what you wear every single day?
No, not really. It's just been on this date, so it's like this is my
Okay.
time during where I was supporting Chelsea. These are the sponsors, Amigas. Yeah, so this
Mini
was during
museum,
my time when I started.
mini museum of sorts.
Sorry.
It's your mini museum. For yourself.
Yeah, it is. I was being inspired also by doing my trip during 2017 at the Bridge, Chelsea against
Wow.
Liverpool.
Okay.
Yeah, I was there. Where Sturridge scores
you
on
were
the top corners. Yeah.
Ooh, memory.
Yeah, I
Okay,
was there.
we're gonna
Yes,
speak
yes.
more, of course, about that game, but rather not because we don't want to go down memory lane because we are going to preview
Yeah,
what's
sure.
happening right now in about an hour's time.
Yeah, sure.
The next one, of
Yeah.
course, you are not alone today. You will be tagged by another guy, a familiar face. I see Super Frank at the back. Also, Herrick, you good?
Yep, good. New
Ready?
season,
Go for
new
the first?
ambitions. Come on.
All right, that's the spirit. Of course, debut. It's not really a debut, because this guy has featured actually for our channel. I
Yeah.
called him Jacob. He was clad like rainbow, man. He had the banner wrapped around his forehead, and then he was singing the "You Never Walk Alone" anthem. Jacob, what say you, man? How you doing? You good?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's good to be back. It's good to go live. It's my live debut here.
Mhm.
That's for sure. Yeah, but it's honor to be here. Thank you for asking me to be on board with this, and
Pleasure,
it's a pleasure to be here as well. So thanks. Yep.
And Jacob, I know for sure right now you are just not only looking forward to the match, but you are grinning from year to year because of a certain result yesterday night. Look at the smile,
Yeah.
man. Look at that smile.
police at the wheel. Police at the wheel.
Jacob,
The moment they started singing Ole is at the wheel, right, and
Uh-huh.
he signed the contract with United,
Uh-huh.
making him the permanent manager. He made a whole entire proper U-turn and rammed the whole buggy into the wall. With all of them United faces, hopes, and dreams in there. Yeah.
There you go.
And
That's
the-
Jacob for you. That's Jacob for you. And they say, right, you are only a true Liverpool fan if you hate the other race, right? And that is
Yep.
him
Yeah.
just vouching, and there's a testing to that notion of hating United at all costs. All right, Jacob, so you
Yeah.
stay where you are after this.
Yeah.
We need a bit of your input as well.
Just so you know how much I
Mm.
hate United, I've just bought a Manchester United floor mat, and I'll be putting that outside my house as well.
I'm not gonna rub salt into the wood, right? But having said that, right, Faris, having said that, for United fans, if they want to crave, tomorrow there will be a therapy session at 9 p.m. We will be going live for an all United affair. So if you are a United fan, if you're a Jacob campaigner, someone who love the demise, or you just love to rejoice at the despair of United result, catch us live tomorrow, man, 9 p.m. All right, more updates will be given. But then, Faris, over to you. How confident are you going into this match today against the Blues at Stamford Bridge, of course?
It's gonna be another 4-3, bro. Another 4-3 thriller, and
Wow, I haven't even
Salah's
asked
gonna
you
not
for
gonna
prediction.
not gonna get the hat trick.
Wow. And Paris, of course,
Yeah.
right after now, we are speaking on the back of what a wonderful result by Spurs, right? Son turning into an absolute terminator, man. 4 goals.
Mm.
Oh my God. But
5-2, right? 5-2. It was 5-2, right?
5-2.
Yeah.
But all this will be wrapped up on Thursday, our flagship show, which is the big focus, of course, at 9 p.m. That's Thursday. So without further ado, let's cut the chase. This is, of course, the match preview, Chelsea versus Liverpool. Let's start off with a bit of narrative, a good build-up, or actually just get us into the mood, all right? The first build-up, and what do I mean by the build-up? I think right now there is a documented hostility and also animosity between the two clubs, Liverpool and also Chelsea, because of what was being said. You talk about the Torres transfer, you talk about Gerrard almost going to Chelsea, and also his slip, and then Mourinho, chins up, going all gaga and Anfield, destroying the hope, and then the ghost goal event. So there are so many makeup towards the Liverpool and Chelsea tie-up. But then I just want to bring you all back to this. All right, so let me just remove the banner so that we have a better clarity at this. Of course, this happened not too long ago, about a few months back.
Yep.
Lampard, Klopp, you
Yep.
won the title, but don't get so arrogant. And then Klopp, in his defense, we are not arrogant. Nobody can say that about our team. So, of course, this mini tussle took place at Anfield when they were celebrating the title. I want to start first with our debutant from Chelsea, Kirir. First and
Yes,
foremost, what do you make of Klopp running his mouth off against your team?
My thought is Klopp's like just stay humble because it took him years to won that Premier Leagues. But I mean, for us, Chelsea is just a neutral feelings year to year basis. I mean, we are back to back champions. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, if he can replicate us winning back to back trophies, so
Then you can talk,
well, yeah, so
Okay.
you can talk for that lah. But as of now, he should just keep on working till there's a Chelsea standards lah. That's all I can say.
And this, all right, and this is the perfect time to segue to just get Jacob. Jacob, you are chuckling away, man.
Hang on, hang on. Nobody in replicating you guys. You guys replicated us, okay? Just so you know, we were winning them back to back to back.
Hey, Jacob, of course, I want to ask your opinion. Right? I think we spoke
Yeah.
of course. It seems like right now, just because
Yeah.
Klopp has a better grasp and control of the English language, he has been waffling non-stop, especially against
Yeah.
club expenditure. What is it turning into? An accountant?
So here's the deal. I think Klopp is a class act. He knows how to get about things, and the one person who was a master at this game was actually Alex Ferguson.
Mhm.
And Mourinho knew how to rip into people, but I think Klopp does it with a lot of class, lah. And especially with what that article of Frankie that you brought up earlier, and he said, it's only your first one, I'm
Yep.
like, yeah, I mean, it is our first one, lah, but yeah, we did it the right way, lah. We did it without throwing money and buying the titles, lah. So
All right.
so I
Jacob,
mean, yeah.
if I can pick that up, all right. So there is an
Yeah.
element of money. When we talk about money,
Yeah.
of course, that brings us to another point. This
Yeah.
was being said by apparently the classy German. My club is
Yeah.
not owned by oligarch. Jurgen Klopp takes swipe at Chelsea's transfer business. Of course, he took another swipe at the City half, but then of course we are going to focus only on the blue segment for this particular show. So of course
Yep.
he said that we are living in a world of uncertainty and spending a lot of money on transfer is not realistic. He also added a bit of a low blow when it comes to Chelsea's expenditure. I want to start with Herrick. Herrick, you talk about class. This was Lampard's, your manager's response. I was less annoyed with it. I found it more slightly amusing, I would say. And then, of course, he went through the books of Liverpool's transfer. Liverpool players, Van Dijk, Alisson, Fabinho, Keita, Mane, all these players come from where? You say there must be money thrown into it, right? What do you make of that?
Yeah, I think it was the perfect response, to be honest. He can talk as much as he wants, but I think people tend to forget the transfer ban that we went through. Where people can say, oh, this money that Roman gave, First of all, we went through 2 transfer bans, and even when we were cleared, we didn't get anyone until February this year.
Okay.
So this talks between Lampard and Jurgen, I don't think it will create a lot of rivalry. I think it's there. I think for me, if Jurgen want to say anything, go on. You can say anything, but we are gonna focus on our club, not your words. We are gonna buy our players. We're gonna look to win titles, and that's it. We're planning for the future. We're not planning for your words. So it's simple as that. Class response from Lampard. Expected it.
Expected that, yeah. All right, all right. This is why I want to talk to you, man, about this. I know when you talk about partiality, you don't get that from you. You are one guy that is always heavily biased towards Liverpool. But when it comes to your manager, I know for sure you are one guy who always gives a lot of sticks to Fergie when it comes to him just blabbering nonsense. But now it's your manager's turn. Surely you cannot defend or vindicate him, right?
Firstly, I want to say to Blue Skid, we talk about we replicating them. 19 league titles, 6 Champions League trophy. That's what we call history. All right. And then,
There you go.
So we talk about Frank's response. I think I find myself, I find it amusing myself because the names that he bring out is not in one season, how Chelsea did. So, okay, you see, they keep on using this transfer ban as a reason. So, we don't buy for 3 windows, blah, blah, blah. But if the window was open, you buy everybody. Right? You and Man City will be competing. Man City, Real Madrid, and PSG, Chelsea will be competing about everybody. So, lucky the transfer ban was closed. If not, Mbappe will be in Chelsea, I think. Not in PSG. So, the FA did a good thing. They saved football.
They say football. They indeed did.
Yeah.
All right. So glad that we got that out of the way. I just want to ask you just one question before we proceed to the next agenda. Kiran, how much do you hate Liverpool now? Because we know as a Liverpool, or rather as a Chelsea fan, Spurs and Arsenal, that's given right. All right. But what about this new color in town, the red?
I think it's certainly a pure stick in the eyes, but we have to understand the fact that Liverpool did one. They say in the COVID Cup, they say this.
The COVID champions. They are the COVID champions.
Well, it's a funny term, So I took it that way, lah. It's a COVID Cup actually. It's not a. Well, I took it that way, lah. It's a COVID Cup.
I think I want to say that we are the first team
for them. It's
like
30 years kind of
won the league in June.
That's history for you. That's history. That's history for you.
History, man.
No matter how you want to take a look at it, at the end of it, it's all perspective, right? Of course, the Liverpool fans, they will always say that was history for them, but you...
Yeah, because we got to make the mark, We got to make, because it's got to be a sad 2020,
Okay.
with COVID and whatnot, so...
Hold on, all right? Hold on to that point. Hold on, Chop. We've got another guy. We've got another point of contention. I don't know whether you can see this visual right now that I want to bring up. It's about, of course, this guy, Timo Werner. This was torn. This was the tone between the two camps because, of course, if we were to abide to the narrative, it was all done and dusted for Werner to land himself at Anfield. But then, hold on, Chelsea and the Russians, all right, they have a little bit planned up of their sleeve. Hijack mission accomplished. Herrick, I know you were damn happy. You texted me, ha ha ha, serve them right. Now they know who are the real Chelsea. Herrick, Werner making it to the blue camp instead of Liverpool. How satisfying was it for you, Herrick?
Sorry?
How satisfying for you when it comes to Timo Werner and the hijack mission accomplished?
It was such a surprise, There was the whole fuss about him going to Liverpool. He's gonna fit well in Liverpool, and then all of a sudden, Lampard's beauty, man. That phone call was the change, and then all he's now scoring goals for us already. So that's it. Werner is with us, and I hope he will score today.
All right. And Jacob, of course, then you guys, the red camps, of course, you will all come up with your own rhetoric. They say, but if Werner were to make it to Liverpool, where would he fit? There's no place for Werner. Werner is scared. He went for the money. How would you defend your camp for this one, Jacob?
So, I mean, look, I mean, firstly, it wasn't Frank Lampard's call. I will tell you that right now, because it was Jurgen Klopp's call, and he wanted to come to Liverpool for sure. We all know that that's a given. The thing is, Liverpool were not willing to budge paying that huge sum of money for Werner. I think it was 52 million?
50 or plus, yeah.
Yeah, and Liverpool was not going to do business that way. And I mean, I really like the way Liverpool do business. And of course, then you have Chelsea, who is willing to splash, money anywhere. and make it rain where they want it to rain. Just like City. And I'm glad that Liverpool stuck with their ethos. And I mean, there's no one in the front three that you would just replace like that. And I mean, what money you're gonna drop? Money you're gonna drop Firmino? You're gonna drop Salah? I mean, if it's me, I would drop Salah, but Salah would still be a starter for me, and I don't think Werner would be happy sitting on the bench for long. So it was not gonna be good money invested for Liverpool. And hey, kudos to the club, man, and I stick with them by this decision.
Perfect defense case by Jacob there.
Yeah.
All right. So for those of you guys who are watching us live, this is just hitting up. So what's going to happen right after this? We will be waiting, Herrick, for the official lineup. Once the lineup has been released, we will of course go entirely throughout the whole lineup itself and speak about it. But right now, there is a bit of a technical glitch. Unfortunately, I cannot bring out or highlight those comments that's coming in. I don't know whether you guys can see the comment coming from your end, but let me just read it from my end. I'm looking from my phone. We've got Max Faisal. Hello, police. I don't know what they're supposed to mean. And then also Eza said, come on, Chelsea, kill the Reds. Next week, we'll do the same for London. All right. And then Mustafa Mohammed, no, Lampard was a sore loser. Wow, that's really big. And then, of course, Muhammad Akil came in with his own saying of Van Dijk, Alisson, Salah, Mane. How can he say Liverpool won without spending? There you go. There you go. A bit of context there. And then another one came in from Joel Robert, loving Herrick's attitude. Well said, Jacob, by Mustafa Mohammed. No, and the Orioles. But they bought Jota for 43 million, where you guys could have bought Werner for 50 plus million, Jacob. I don't want Jacob to take this on. Maybe Faris, you can just give him a bit of a tap, wrestling fashion. So much talk about Werner. At the end of the day, you got Jota for just 10 million short. What do you make of that?
I mean, this Werner transfer saga, I mean, I start with Werner first, right? So after everything I see through all the news and whatnot, I just feel that Werner wants to walk to the first 11. He doesn't want to fight for his place because, with Whelan out, so I think he's playing in the wings, right? In the left wing, if I'm not wrong.
He can actually play any front three, man.
So back to Liverpool, he don't want to fight for his place, which we have Mane, Firmino, and Salah. So if you don't fight for your place, Klopp is still gonna put them three. So never mind, let him go to Chelsea. I mean, it's over already. The saga is over. But Jota, I think he has Premier League experience.
True.
Yeah.
True. And
I watch, and even though I watch Super League with Wolves, he came in as a sub and he scored a hat trick. So that's the kind of substitute that we need. Because the problem with Liverpool is the bench. It's not the first 11 because if you keep on using the first 11, right, then you're going to dry them out. So I think we're gonna have a good backup, like what I say in previous lives. If you can remember, the bench is the problem. So Jota is a bench warmer in Wolves, so I think he'll be happier to be a bench warmer in Liverpool.
True. No, well said. All right, so enough. I think enough build up for this. We all right now can feel the heat that is emitting within the Blues camp and also the Reds camp. A lot has been said about Werner, about Klopp, about Lampard, but let's get to football right now. This is why we all are here for. This is the build up. Right now, we want to have a fan punditry style where the fans take control and they decide who they want to be in the team. Of course, right now, right after this, I think in about 10 minutes, we are expecting the official lineup. Herrick, right now, correct me if I'm wrong, we are still waiting for the official lineup, I say, right? So once he has been released, just kindly send over the lineup, say, and then we can just go through again all together. But right now, I just want to touch on the red half first. Jacob, you maybe you want to start first. Let's do a bit of Monday Night Football, man. We do our own style of selecting players. So right now, for Liverpool, we know for sure, right, Jacob, the back four pretty much select itself. You don't have to do any kind of manual picking. It's an automatic selection. You got your Robertson, BBD, Gomez, TAA. Just quickly before we move forward to the midfield pack, when it comes to Trent, he was he was lambasted quite heavily, especially from a certain section of Liverpool fans. They were just talking about his defensive prowess or the lack of it. How important is it that TAA today step up, especially for sure that is that same wing or the same berth that will be occupied by Timo Werner?
Sorry, I did, you were breaking up. I couldn't catch your question.
Okay, so how important for TAA right now for Trent to actually step up his defensive game today, knowing for sure that Timo Werner will be occupying that berth?
So the thing is this. I mean, I agree with a lot of the fans who have this notion that Trent has got to up his defensive game, because a lot of times when we seem to be on the counter attack, or rather other teams opponents are on the counter attack,
Mhm.
uh, Trent is always caught out of position.
Yeah.
So I think that is something that Klopp is also aware of, because that's how much he wants to press. But I think that's an area that sort of needs to be covered, and that's why it is also important that Henderson is going to be part of the midfield, because Henderson does a lot of the running for the team,
Yeah.
and I'm really pretty sure that Henderson's going to be starting tonight. And if you notice, Henderson covers Trent more than other midfielders
Mm.
cover Robertson. So I think there is that tactical arrangement over there, and in sort of supporting Trent lah.
All right. And Jacob, we also know stability and consistency is the main thing
Yep.
for Liverpool when it comes to lineup and formation. But of course, right
Yep.
now, when it comes to the midfield pack, there is always a bit of debate or a conversation to be had. Who should start?
Yep.
Right now,
Yep.
Jacob, you
Yep.
are Jurgen Klopp, you are Jacob. Of course, we all
Yep.
know you are Jacob. If you are
Yeah.
given that honorable task of selecting your three, who would it be for yourself?
Oh, definitely. For today's game, it'll be Wijnaldum,
Mm-hmm.
Fabinho, and Henderson right there in midfield,
Okay.
because for me that is the most secured formation. Firstly,
Mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't be surprised if Klopp actually goes for
Keita.
Keita to start ahead of Henderson and Fabinho, with Wijnaldum on the bench lah.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's pretty much how it's gonna line up. But if I get to choose it, it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be Wijnaldum, Henderson, and Fabinho in midfield.
Let me know. All right, great stuff.
Yeah.
First, I just want to take. I just want you to take over the mic right now. You look at what happened against Leeds. Of course, there's not too much for us to read into. We all jolly well know that was the first game of the season. But of course, there were a lot
Yeah.
of underlining writings, especially when it comes to Keita and also another. They did not step up to the plate, unfortunately, and also Henderson. It was a bit lackluster, to say the
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
Right now,
I
same
think
thing.
when Leeds was attacking, I think Henderson was 2-3 yards
Yeah, he was, yeah,
ahead.
in terms of in terms
He
of
cannot
pace.
backtrack lah. Yeah.
It was a lot left to be desired when it comes to Henderson. It seems like he did not
Yes.
have the legs to carry him on against Leeds.
Yes.
You know for sure it's a speedy Chelsea outfit. Would you risk Henderson for this match, or would Keita be the better fit right now?
I think I'll go with Henderson lah.
Henderson as well.
I'll get Wijnaldum out.
Oh, you get Wijnaldum now. Okay.
Yeah.
So this would be your preferred lineup instead.
Yes.
And also, it's good that you actually speak about Wijnaldum. I just want to quickly touch on Gini. They say that his head right now is completely gone because of his contract. You know, this whole protected move of him to Barca seemingly that was on the card. There was a bit of just legs to that story, him moving to Barcelona. Do you think right now all these talks and this contract extension issue is playing into Wijnaldum's head?
No lah. I don't think he's gonna go off this season. He's
Okay.
not going anywhere. I think. Yeah. In fact, when Thiago came, he was the first one to give the welcome and wave emoji. So I think all is good lah. So,
Okay,
yeah.
right.
Based on social media
that's
investigation, I think everything is good lah.
That
Yeah.
is what the society has become. Yeah, we take
Yes.
from social
Because
social media.
the media got carried away with Koeman and Wijnaldum. So Koeman in Barca, but I don't think Koeman will last 2 months.
Okay, all right. So wait, I actually got breaking news. It seems like Thiago is on the bench for today.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Thiago is on the bench for today. All right. So just I just want to get a quick pop, right? Farid, do you think that we might be able to see Thiago for today?
Maybe in the 70th
Maybe.
minute onwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll just move quickly over to the Blues camp. Thank you so much, Jacob and Bo Faris. Herrick, right now, and also maybe I can start with Kidir first. Kidir, for yourself, it's a bit
Yes.
tough because right now the defense is the one that always gets us scratching our heads, right? Especially when we are also
Yeah, it is.
Fantasy Premier League.
Always get
Who do
honors.
we take for Chelsea, man? Who starts for Chelsea at the back? So right now, when it comes to defense, who would you start right now? I think for sure your right back, it must be this wonder boy right now, Reece James, correct? And
Yes,
then
I see
what
James.
about your
Yes,
two
yes,
centre-back
of
pairings,
course.
Peter?
It's Most probably I will
Zuma
go for Zuma and Rudiger. And
Okay. So Zuma and Rudiger
Zuma
for
and
you?
Rudiger. And also our captain
Wow.
itself, Aspi on the
Okay.
left
No
side,
Alonso.
left side of
No
defense.
Spanish Escobar.
Yeah. Alonso. Let me finish. I mean,
Okay,
we get on to the formation stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so the left
We
side
get to the
was
lineup stuff.
Asli, yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
And what about the goalkeeping issue
Yes.
now? That has
Aspi
been
Piazza,
keeping
yeah.
Frank Lampard awake every night. Who do I select ahead of this game? Is it going to be Caballero or is it going to be Kepa?
Well, first, Lampard have to. This is an obvious game. Like Kepa have to play with to instill his confidence. I mean, for the last games against Brighton, we have seen it 2 or 3 saves, which is good. So I think Lampard will keep faith in Kepa himself. But he needs to communicate more between the last man and the so communicate
so
more.
So this might be make or break for Kepa, yeah?
Yes.
Right,
Correct.
Eric, come. The task
Yes, yeah.
for you, Eric, is to pick up the midfield 3. Do you think Lampard will be playing with a 3 though? Or is he going to be playing with, is it going to be a 5-3-2 or a 5-4-1, rather a 5-4-1 formation? His favorite formation going up against the big boys?
Nah, I think I see him playing as a back 4 today. I don't think he want to quickly switch things up, to a back 3 or back 4. I know, stay consistent. So I think this is the lineup is going to play.
Wow.
But I will switch Rudiger for Christensen because of his solid display in Brighton.
So,
for my opinion,
but then in the midfield
we'll see what happens.
trio, the midfield trio that you will select for Chelsea, I guess Kante is again a non-starter. All right, Kante is a must-have. If Kante steps up, I think we had this conversation. If Kante goes back to the old Kante, this is the match for him to announce. Okay, because the thing is with Kante right now, he has been a bit of lineup out. All right,
okay, lineups are out. Give me a minute. Yep, lineups are out.
Who do we have right now?
Okay, let's see. Okay, for Chelsea, Kepa, James, Christensen. Christensen starts. Zuma and Alonso, so back 4. Jorginho, Kante, and Kovacic. So the normal midfield 3, and then Mount, Timo Werner, and Kai Havertz. So
who do we have for Chelsea, Harry?
Yep.
Sorry, for Liverpool. My bad.
Liverpool. Okay. Okay, so keeper Alisson definitely. Alex Arnold, Fabinho, Van Dijk, and Robertson. Oh, Fabinho at centre back. Yeah, and then Naby Keita, Henderson, and Wijnaldum. And then, of course, the standard front 3, Mane, Firmino, and Salah.
That lineup, Fed filling up for Joe Gomez. Is there any point of concern there, Jacob?
On that, honestly, I can't put a finger on that just yet, because it's only one game into the season. But I think Klopp is trying to find a way to shore up the defense because of especially of today, how today's game might turn out, because there's going to be a big element of physicality as well, and that's why I believe Fabinho is there as well. So I'm not too sure why Joe Gomez is dropped, but this is just my take on it.
Okay, Faris, yourself looking at again, there is a bit of a surprise element. So this debunked the whole myth that Klopp does not change regularly, because when he does it in a big game, right? So you, Faris, I just want to hear from you, man. Fabinho taking the place of Joe, and of course, also it comes with a bit of caveat, right? Because Joe Gomez was also under fire, under really heavy scrutiny recently, especially his performances right after the lockdown, and he has been continuing. He has been carrying on with the same vein. And of course, we are saying this with a really negative connotation towards his performances. Does it surprise you that Fab actually fills up the spot?
Actually, I saw by Spy on Cop Twitter. They said the rumors yesterday, they tweeted, they say rumors is Fabinho on the centre back. Fabinho is going to play centre back. So I was, when the lineup come out, I see that. I wasn't surprised because I was prepared yesterday.
Oh, so wow. I think,
but I think I'm confident with Fabi at the back.
You sure?
Yeah.
So on the right side of
Because
defense, I'm confident.
I'm looking at Jacob. Jacob was all guns blazing when we started this conversation, and then once the official lineup has been released, his head just slightly tilted to the left. Jacob, you sure
No,
you're okay?
because no, I'm perfectly fine. Look, I'm somebody who trusts in Klopp.
Uh-huh.
I think I know. I believe he knows what he's doing, and I've seen Fabinho play in centre back before. I think it was in the Champions League, and
Yeah.
he was a pretty solid fourth choice as well. I mean, we will all love him to play in midfield, defensive mid, but I think he makes a really good centre back cover as well. So in Klopp we trust.
Club we trust.
I believe
Yeah.
he knows what he's doing. Even if it fails, the manager's got my back.
Mhm.
Oh, I've got the manager's back. I should say that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Kirir, I just want to hear from you, Kirir, right now. You are looking at Chelsea's lineup. Of course, again, if you need just a refresher, Reece James, and then you got Christensen, Zuma, and Marcos Alonso as your back four. Confident with that lineup?
Okay. I'd say I may have to stick with what Lampard knows best with his formations. So I wish them all the best. Try not to concede and stay compact in the
Simple.
defense itself. Yeah.
Simply put that way. Stay compact and do not concede, because if they do, then it will be a really, really long afternoon, right, for Chelsea. And one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to be
Maybe-
training the Liverpool boys, man. Because once you open up, man, they are really hot knife onto butter. This is something you
Yeah.
don't want to do.
I've got a question. Is Pulisic on the bench?
Nope.
No, he's
No,
out.
he's
Jacob.
not.
He's
Yeah.
not.
He's still
Yeah.
unfit.
Man,
Yeah.
I tell you, I was.
That's your saving grace,
that-
man. That's your saving grace.
I
Right.
tell you, he is someone, to be fair to Chelsea, he is someone
hurt.
who can
He can
really
hurt.
make the difference and turn the
Yeah,
game
he
on
can.
its head. So
All right.
yeah. Now I'm
Eric?
not too worried.
Of course. Eric, you are a Chelsea fan. Of course, you're looking at Liverpool's lineup. You see Fabinho making again to the backline, partnering with VVD. Would you be rubbing your hands together, saying that we might have a chance going at Liverpool right now?
Sure, I don't want to get too overconfident, but with Werner now inside, you know how Werner will always make those runs. So I know I'm sure he will, make them twist and turn definitely. So yeah, we'll see how, but confident now.
And you look at the front three, right, Eric, for Chelsea. You are talking about mobility. You're talking about movement. You're talking about speed. They have it all, right? Kai Havertz, Werner, and Mason Mount, three young kids leading the line for Chelsea. How heartening is it, as you are a young chap as yourself, looking at Lampard and his trust with the youth?
I think I'm more concerned of where Havertz is gonna play, because in the first match against Brighton, he Lampard deployed him on the right wing, which I don't see, Havertz's best traits there. He's more of a center attacking mid for me. The way he'll make the passes, So but definitely entertaining to see, Mount, Havertz, and of course Kovacic after his suspension, so that midfield, it's going to be. I hope it's gonna be solid. So really looks attacking to me. So. Yeah, excited. I just concerned about where Havertz is going to play.
And Hidir, I just want to speak to you, Hidir, on this.
Yes.
There were calls for maybe Olivier Giroud to actually spearhead the attack. At least there will be a focal point, right, for Chelsea. He is someone that is a bit bullish when it comes to frame. He is someone that can actually hold off challenges. VVD is a big lad. You would need that physicality, that physical presence. Right now, all your attackers are of diminutive figures. Is that a concern for you? They are all small in size.
Well, maybe in terms of Giroud, he knows best that he can control the game in terms of attack wise. He's like in terms of physicalities. I mean, he's more or less clever. He knows when or where, position wise to score and to shoot. So it'll be a big miss, but he has to fight for his place in terms of team more confidence. So I guess, I mean, for now we have to stick with what Lampard have to do, but make it as for Giroud as a super sub. So they will end off this, to this year, Hopefully it ends that way,
Kai Havertz, your record signing. Again, the internet were really merciless when they were laughing at the skills that he actually portrayed, the banana slice, when he wanted to do a cross switch, and then the ball actually went the other way around. It had a boomerang effect. How important for Harvard today to actually step up to the plate to justify his price tag?
I guess we can simply put. I mean, it's just the first game, like Ron said. He needs time to adjust to the style of leagues. I mean, instead of the Bundesliga, so you should give him time lah. As he progresses, we will see his two kind of playing styles and which suits Chelsea next. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Adrian. We'll just take off a couple of comments right now on the comment section. Of course, Christensen is indeed starting. We've got Reece 17 there. Hey Jude, Fabi at the back. That's what I want to watch. And then Kai brought to the wing so that he can pass the ball to the linesman instead of crossing. Ha 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 ha. From Hey Jude. My God, the center does not stop, man.
That's brutal, man.
That is brutal.
It's just one mistake. It's just a mistake.
It's just a mistake, right?
Need time and adaptation. Yes.
What's up with the Liverpool fans? What's up with the Liverpool fans? They tend to.
I mean, they just.
I know. After you.
It's just a first game banter. That's how I see it. As game goes by, we'll see it's two colors. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about it.
All right. So
I'm totally backing it. Yeah.
All right. So let's wrap things up right now. Kidan, I want to start with you. Now that you've seen the lineup, now that we've spoken to our fellow Reds, it's time for you to go gung-ho. I don't care if you're not objective or realistic about your prediction. What is your score prediction for this match right now? Liverpool or Chelsea, Liverpool, Stamford Bridge.
As I said again, I'll stick to my words. 2-0.
2-0. Wow. Clean
Really
sheet.
confident about it. Clean sheet. Hopefully, the back four have to stay compact. That's how I see it. Yeah.
That will
That's
really
how I
be
see
a
it.
staggering result against Liverpool, man. Liverpool not scoring. That's something that's really unheard of. Herrick, yourself, I know you have a lot of hatred, a lot of pent-up frustration, especially against Jurgen Klopp. This guy has been blabbering. What would be your score prediction right now?
Same as the Blues kid, but 2-1. I don't think it'll be a clean sheet soon.
Okay, 2-1.
Yeah, but it's a 2-1.
2-1.
And of course with all the talk and then outside the pitch, but now it's inside the pitch. The talking is now inside the pitch. So it's time to attack, man. It's time to attack. Yep, to go for it.
Bring it to Liverpool. And what about Timo Werner? Any chance that, because this game is also meant for him, right? Because he wants to prove to Liverpool that, hey, if you guys popped out a little bit more, I could have been clad in the race of Liverpool.
Nah. I don't think it's for, you know what, I'm gonna prove Liverpool wrong. No, I think all in his mind now is to score against them. Simple as that. Not to prove Liverpool wrong, prove anyone. No. It's more of getting that ball in Alisson's net. That's it.
Wow. All right. And again, if you were to take anything from Leeds United game, it's not going to be that hard, right? Because Leeds United scored 3. If you go by that theory, you guys could probably score 6 today. But that's not how football is being played out. We all know that, right? So, you were really bullish about Liverpool's chance at the Bridge. We know for sure for the past 2 seasons, you guys run out winners at Stamford Bridge. We talk about Tariq Stunner. We talk about Fab and Mane scoring at the Bridge. Now, this time you look at the lineup that has been out, has been released. Any changes to your mind or any change to your prediction?
No, actually, if you look at the last 10, if you look at the head-to-head between Liverpool and Chelsea, and I think in the last 10 meetings, Liverpool have won 4, they lost 2, and I think they drew 3 games. But right now, based on that alone, there is a bit of confidence riding, and then the other aspect of it that we also need to look into is that this is a team, this Chelsea team, with all due respect, this is a Chelsea team that is, that Frank Lampard is trying to string together and build them up, you see. So it's going to take some time for them to properly gel up. And I tell you, when they do gel up, they're going to be a well-oiled machine. But that being said, because they are still in that whole process, I think the scoreline is I'm not too concerned. And that's why I think it's either going to be 2-1 to Liverpool or 3-1 to Liverpool. And yeah, I mean, I'm pretty confident, but you never know, right? The ball is round in the game, and anything can happen. And hey, Leeds scored 3, but then again, we got to remember that Leeds and Liverpool traditionally it's a
high scoring game. It's a goal fest.
High scoring game, yes. So we got to take that tradition into account as well. So hey, we got to see what happens, but confident there.
Confident, right? Thank you, Jacob. Faris, yourself, before you do so, I just want to add a bit of kerosene into that flame that is brewing in Facebook right now. Calvino mentioned that, hey, Fabinho centre back Werner licking his lips, and then Mark also chimed in and said that whether Chelsea win or not, it depends a lot on Kai Havertz. And Zam mentioned, go Liverpool, go! Don't worry about Chelsea. Faris, right now, of course, there's a lot riding into this match, especially for Liverpool, right? Because they always mention to win it once, it can be an absolute fluke. But for you, in order for you to prove that you are the ultimate champion, you gotta do it in repetitive fashion, just like your sworn nemesis. So right now, of course, if Liverpool were to lose this match, it's not going to be the end of the world for Liverpool. But then again, for yourself right now, looking at the lineup, I just want to ask the same thing as well: score prediction, and how do you see the match panning out?
The score prediction will be 3-2 or 4-3. Yeah, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be either 2-1, 3-2, 4-3, but a win to Liverpool, of course. I think the game is gonna be fast.
Okay.
On both sides. I'm not gonna be surprised if Werner scored because if Werner scores because I think the whole Chelsea team will want him to score. The ball will always be to him. Yeah. So I'm not surprised if he's gonna score. I don't care if he scores against Alisson or whatnot. I mean, Bamford scored against Alisson also. So. It's, but the thing is, I'm hoping for a clean sheet. But I mean, back to Kel, he was saying about Fabinho and
let's go.
Fabinho and Van Dijk. Let me tell you this. Do you remember last season's against the Scum? What happened to Daniel James? You got two big trees. So I think he's not gonna lick his lip. He's gonna lick his lip before the game, but he's gonna lick his wounds after the game. So that's it, man. Yeah. Yeah, and
all talk. Here we go again. All talk. Come on, man. The game's gonna start. All talk. Here we go. From Klopp,
I think the game is Chelsea's gameplay is gonna be depend on Kai Havertz. So if you don't show that support to Werner and the front three, I mean the attackers, and the getting the goal and whatnot, assisting. So he's gonna stop there. I mean, he's gonna build up, but if Kai Havertz don't perform, he's gonna stop there. So he's gonna stop at the. Yeah.
So it seems like right now the Chelsea fans they are a bit more conservative with the scoreline prediction, all going for just a slight margin, 2-1. That is the popular score. 2-0 for Blue Skids, and then for Jacob and Faris, the both of them are completely bullish about their chance, even citing it might be a goal fest. But hey, for the neutral, right, this is always a spectacle when Liverpool travels to Stamford Bridge. Why would we complain if it's going to be another goal fest? In fact, this week there is a running team. In fact, I think for this game week 2, defense has totally gone out of the window. You talk about really, really big scorelines, man. So far, a lot of goals coming in. And that's all that we have for today. This is the preview match. Thank you so much for to everybody, in fact, who actually tuned in. Jacob, thank you so much. I'm very sure we will see more of you. Blue Skids, I might actually have a visit over to your place, man. Your place looks like mini.
Sure, man, by all means.
All right. And then Eric,
my pleasure, man. My pleasure.
Thank you so much, Eric. Thank you so much as well, Faris. Tomorrow, remind them, for those United fans who are in despair, don't worry. Tomorrow it will be a therapeutic session for them to come up 9 p.m. live. It's going to be a brand new show. It's all United. We have 4 United guests, and it is going to be moderated by.
It's going to be feisty, guys. It's going to be very feisty.
Who the hell are Man United? Who the hell are Man United? Who the hell are Man United? As the Reds go marching on.
Thank you so much. Napshotstudio from all of my guests signing out. See you all tomorrow 9 p.m.
Come on, Chelsea. Come on,
guys.
Like, share, subscribe, guys.